that lay-in to fall, and it is 32-15.
That's the Allen Iverson I've come to know, who penetrates and gets the ball up off the glass.
Royale Ivy in the game. Josh Smith thought about it, then decided to take that perimeter jump at Philadelphia. He's installed new defense, actually a new look on offense. It's taken this team a while to really adjust to the Jim O'Brien way.
Jim O'Brien, a very good head coach.
There, Josh Childress got a pair of retees, though.
Well, that's good work.
Pretty good, yeah. So
Good work.
smoke and mirrors. Final 12 minutes. Kyle Korver missing one of his rare times this night. And Tom Gugliotta, who's now shed the headband. So they're all without the yellow headbands that did not work well when they began this ball game. Every one of the Hawks had on a gold headband.
Well, to his credit, Tom was the last guy to get rid of his.
And Tom's going to be open for that shot from about 19 and get it. Tom Gugliotta. Good injured list because they put Chris Webber on the list for only one game. That's his final game. Webber will come off in time for the playoffs. He had a sore knee. Whoa! Childress. Here's.
They told me earlier today that it was the mask he believes that cut him. When contact was made with the mask, it wedged into his eyebrow. Right now, 4 of 16 from the line for the Pistons. That's 25%. Clearly an area that they can improve on in this game.
Tyronn Lue off the screen. Arroyo went down, and Tyronn Lue. Cats have actually done better than the Hawks this season. They're 1-1 against Detroit. We'll see them here tomorrow night at FSN Detroit. Game number 82. Tyronn Lue. Chauncey has really handcuffed him tonight. Dante Smith inside. Wow. 30.
Yeah, when Lindsey Hunter first came in the league, he was cat quick. Well, he's not cat quick anymore, but he remains quick.
Cat smart.
He cat smart. Thank you. I couldn't have said that any better.
You know smart cats are. Forrest. Atlanta scored 139 their last game. They've got 60 tonight. Of course, the last game was against the Knicks. Tonight against the second best defensive team in the NBA. Nice move by Smith.
For the Knicks.
Your officials, Joe Forte, Louis Grillo, and Tony Brown. Tip controlled by the Atlanta Hawks. Knicks have defeated them 3 times this season. This is the 4th and final meeting.
The Knicks swept them last season, only playing them 3 times last year. And the Hawks are a dreadful 9 consecutive losses here at Madison Square Garden.
Tyronn Lue, the pull-up.
Bring it up. Very energetic Hawk team now, taking the lead.
Hawks on a 6-0 run now.
And they've done most of the damage in the paint, but Ivy from the
62.
Kurt also had foul trouble, was relegated to the bench, so he's trying to get back into the flow.
Only 4 points for Kurt Thomas, as you mentioned, Clyde, in foul trouble. And he ties the game up at 62 apiece. Clyde, what do you expect to see from both teams as we begin the second half?
They've got to figure out a way.
Boston. And Cleveland has Boston at home. And then Wednesday against Toronto.
Oh, Stephon hurt his arm.
Play Milwaukee at home on Monday.
Stephon
coming out of Ohio State and going on to Indiana. Coming here, latter part of his career.
And I'm hoping that this run by the Knicks will enhance her chances of getting the coach. And Josh Smith had no chance at that as Crawford went right at him and put his knee in his chest as well.
Knick backcourt combining for 54 points now. Smith rolling, dipping, laying up and in. Wow. A heart ailment. Doctors are still trying to determine what actually is going on with him. Lue lobs it home.
We talked about it. Yeah, as Kirk Hinrich drives at that time. A nice block by Josh Smith. The Hawks, an opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, from Childress, passes to Delk out of the corner. Tony nails it. Been struggling in April, but this kid Gordon has 4 30-plus games this year, 24 20-plus games, and he's really a contender. Tony Delk showing him how to shoot the series since the middle of the 90s, but right now the Hawks are leading it by 6.
And one of the reasons they're doing it is by moving the basketball. A beautiful pass that'll come, but sure it's frustrating for him, you know, as he's come back to his starting role, but he only lost the first 3 games.
Josh Childress gets it back to Josh Smith. Finds Gugliotta, who goes for it.
For more information on benefits or to find out how you can become a Bobcat season ticket holder, call 704-BOBCATS. That's 704-BOBCATS. Underneath, Dante Smith, and the shot doesn't go, or it does go, pardon me.
Coach written all over him. So at the dinner table, Duke in North Carolina, it was really a minefield.
Drobniak gives it to Childress. Kick out, Lou for 3 over Alexander. Connects.
That's his game. He can do that. Childress unselfish, finding Lou, spotting up. But
Atlanta picking up here, but will they be able to continue to play like that throughout the course of the 3rd quarter?
well, it wasn't their
Back down.
It wasn't their offense. The offense was okay. You see the score on the low block. It was the defense that was giving the Bobcats. Matt likes to go in traffic. He doesn't mind taking a bump. Likes to get to the free throw line. He'll assert himself on the offensive and defensive end.
Delk for 3.
Everybody enjoying this. This is few and far between, but the Bobcats have been steady in their approach, workmanlike, and it hadn't been a gimmick. They played hard tonight.
Childress in the lane, left hand, nice move for Josh Childress. He is 5 of 10 from the field, 11 points, but
Okafor to score and to even catch the basketball, and he really laid it out defensively that game, and it really caused Emeka Okafor a lot of trouble.
Opening possession to the Hawks. Tom Gugliotta works against Bogans. Backdoor bounce to Childress to the open Josh Smith. A 3-pointer to start the night.
Get in and probe the defense, and Emeka Okafor, who's, again, one of only 9 players in the NBA who's averaging a double-double. That's huge for a rookie player.
Alley-oop to Josh Smith.
But as you said, Bob, it only counts for 2 points.
Now the Hawks have a chance to take the lead. Bobcats have their own 8-game losing streak that they're thinking about. These 2 teams meet in the Queen City Wednesday. Blue down the lane to Collier.
Hawks are really taking
a breather. Much better start to his 3rd quarter.
Well, they'll need him to continue that fine work. I'm sure that's why he's getting a breather here right now.
Josh Smith. Pull up. Bingo.
That's nice. When you see, they've got to make sure that they're not against the shot clock and taking desperation shots toward the end of the game. They've got to make sure that they get a good shot up, run the screen and roll, as we're going to see right here. Wide open shot from Drobniak.
And he buries it.
Gugliotta setting up for the high screen. There's the switch.
Lou drives it.
That's what you have to do. Get Minnesota off to a good start against a team, Dom, that is seriously undermanned. I mean, last time we saw this team, they still had Antoine Walker. They had some good players still.
Tony Delk kicks it out to Royal Ivey, and that one goes. A ton of them here tonight. I don't know about a ton, but there's quite a few.
3-point shot. And that's kind of the thing, too. It's kind of like having a lead in golf and finishing your round and needing the guy behind you to mess up. And
in his last 15 games.
Two minutes remaining
here in the first half in Atlanta. Alley-oop, Josh Childress.
And talk about bench scoring. Minnesota really misses Fred Hoiberg, who tweaked his back last night in the game against the Denver Nuggets. Freddie's here with us, but is not sitting on the bench with the team.
Oh, I asked him as he got off the bus here at the arena how his back was, and he just shook his head. It is not good, and we hope that that's
ball game.
Wally Zerbiak lines up the long three. It will not go. And the Atlanta Hawks on the verge of what might...
Abina Ikizi is out with a shoulder injury, and you got Al Harrington out with a knee.
Well, Raptors have been in those situations before this season. As a matter of fact, last time they played Memphis on the road, half their team wasn't available, but Memphis still won. So Raptors can't allow that to happen, especially on their home court.
And for the Raptors, Donyell Marshall will miss the ball game with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, he could be done for the year.
Jason Collier buries the mid-range jumper. Jason Collier, former star. That young man was supposed to play college ball at Indiana.
Well, you look at the numbers he's put up this season, Chuck. I think he made a pretty good decision where he needs to be, and that's just too easy. Tyronn Lue, the call. No foul. Basket's good.
It was going to be defensive 3-second violation. That's what the officials just went to the scorer's table. Boris Diaw on the floor now with Drobniak. Tough shot. He's in the zone. He's got 10 off.
And he's not going to force a shot, and he kicks it out. That leads to a better shot anyway.
You know, Leo, often you and I talk about body language. Let me tell you something. When the teams broke the huddle, Milt Palacio had a very animated discussion with his 4 other teammates prior to the Raptors taking the floor. 3 by Tony Doe.
Well, somebody needs to. Somebody's got a scenario. The Nets come to the Air Canada Center. Vince Carter with the game on the line to try to get into the playoffs. And the Raptors could play the role of spoiler. Would that be a game or what for this Air Canada Center crowd?
Well, that's going to be a shot, and the Raptors need a few more of those at 34% on the night.
Well, as we talked about, no big shot blocking presence inside. Oh, nice move there. Michael Stewart. Donyell Marshall may be gone for the season, and that's unfortunate for the Raptors, unfortunate for Donyell. He's one of the guys you can count on. Nice rebound there by Michael Stewart. And then when Alston got it, that drive into the lane, now you come back to the shot and you get that wide open look.
Peterson now with 16. Smith is really calling for the ball. See if they run a play for Smith with 5 seconds on the clock. Get along the ball. Has to give it up. Bobbled it. Puts it on the floor, and a layup is good.
I tell you what, Jalen Rose.
All right, 21 on the clock. 3:15 remaining. 88 apiece. But the Hawks trying to win the season series 2 games to 1, and both wins, if they come away with a W here, would be on Toronto wood. Dell. Smith for 3. You gotta be kidding me. Josh Smith.
A real pleasant surprise to be able to sit here in front and watch Josh Childress grow as a player and mature on the basketball floor. He's got a tremendous upside in the NBA. He's going to be a player to watch in the future.
Well, after the second tip, the Hawks will have it first. Atlanta has lost 12 straight, 25 of 26. This is tonight. They get back in the win column. Giannis sets a screen. Little off to Smith. 18-footer. Back inside Phillips Arena. Hawks leading by a good start for Atlanta. Tom Gugliotta with 6 of the Hawks' 12 points. Atlanta inbound. Smith to Ikizi. He jams it in. How about the Chicago Bulls? They're going for their 10th consecutive win tonight. They're expected to get Eddie Curry back in the lineup any day now with an irregular heartbeat. Shot attempt. Here's Lue.